who has the shoulders to deal with it, who can actually stay with their head in the game. But you know what? It's actually live. We have duels.
Yeah, dualies. We're going to be giving this one to the commentators. Bye. See you later, guys. Dualies, Jason, that sounds like a you thing, so take it away.
I'm jacked up. Jax with the dualies. Although things have calmed down since the Dust handed it over to us so swiftly.
It's about time they hurried things up.
Yeah, Hunter is gone. He's down in the fight, at least in this pistol round. Both these teams obviously looking to recover from the major as well. Same with Astralis yesterday. They were knocked out by G2. G2 is going to be in a tough place here in the pistol round. 5-on-2. m0NESY is going to have to back away. This is Vitality. It's going to stroll into the bomb site to be able to win this round. m0NESY gets the only one. It'll be 1-0 for Vitality.
But Jax still has dualies.
That's the important thing. That's the important stuff.
I completely agree. It's interesting, you have to buy 2 of the sort of Beretta pistol. You can't just buy 1 of those at all.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not really, but here we go. It's going to be Vitality taking the opening round. Interestingly, Jason, you were calling me dumb before this. I have a shirt that has Dust2, Inferno, and Mirage on it. I wore it on day 1. Some people might know the CSGO shirt. It's part of the official merch collection. I said I always wanted to wear it on a day that it was actually picked as the veto, and wow, I should have wore it today. I'm just going to start wearing it every single day.
Great. I can't see any problems with that.
You won't see the problems. You'll just smell them.
Just smell them, yeah.
Yeah.
Wafting, wafting. Everybody loves their own brand. 1-0 for Vitality, and we're going to get into the second round nice and quick here. This is the map that G2 did lose yesterday to Astralis in that series.
Yes, they did. Yep.
It didn't look pretty at all times.
No, and NiKo was absent in that one as well, so certainly we have to keep an eye on that. See if m0NESY, he was the star in the first half for them, can see if he can get it together. But first half, I say, second half, he only had, I think, 2 kills. So he also went a little bit quiet in that game. So a long contact. AKs versus a force buy on the CT side. That includes m0NESY on a scout. We know we can be menacing with it on this map. We've already seen evidence of that at Katowice, as Alexi B will get a little bit closer on the 5-7 toward the long cave. And there is still 3 players there. With that smoke down, it's very possible he crosses over. I can't imagine he gets any more than 1. Surely that's traded and checked on the way through.
I have to imagine they're going to Molotov this if they truly want to come out long, wouldn't you? Yeah, here we go. Gonna bounce off and bounce right back into him. He's got to make the jump across. Nicely done from Alexi to get out of danger. masuta can't punish. And the Molotov even spreads to deny him access to chase after that kill. That's a dangerous game. There's your 2. You said he was going to get at least 1. He's gotten 2, and he's got a chance for 3. Oh, this round is going horribly. G2 is winning all the battles on the other side of the map. Alexi finally goes down. Apex and ZywOo to attempt to recover. Now in a 2-on-2.
m0NESY backing off of it. ZywOo did pretty well in underpass. I call lower tunnels underpass. I apologize for those that get bothered by it. But yeah, in lower tunnels, get on the box, elevate to take the fight on catwalk, not allow the headshot to go the other direction. But you're right, the transition, despite being Molotov'd out, they didn't chase that 5-7, and Alexi B did better than just the 1. See if m0NESY can find a cross. ZywOo heads that direction, smokes himself out, shoulder peeks for information, gap in and jumps, and yeah, good luck with that one, m0NESY.
Yeah, calm down. ZywOo is going to get a freebie here. They don't clear towards top mid. Yeah, I still struggled, still labored. The scout, ooh, got that one for sure. And m0NESY's got time, and he has a kit, Matt.
That's, yep, intriguing. He has an AK-47 as well now instead of holding that scout. A chance in this. Apex doesn't need to move. m0NESY is making noise. He's jumping up. Apex not showing the shoulder yet. Is going to try and swing all the way around and buy time. And he's doing exactly that by staying quiet. m0NESY, though, he may not expect him to have a kit. So jumping up, m0NESY can just hold this. He's going to do it. He's going to have this. There's no way. Apex, he's still jumping. He's not aware he has a kit. m0NESY's got that. Apex had no idea.
That's wild. The kit was the saving grace. And remember, Jax saved that in the pistol round. He had those dualies. He backed away with the kit and dualies. That's what he brought forward. And nobody made the call. Nobody knew. And I think that's what Apex is saying. Just a little bit frustrated that round slips away. Talking about the exit out towards long where Alexi gets the double. And this, he just puts himself in an impossible scenario. You can see as soon as Apex jumps, m0NESY's like, all right.
Jax was the one that died on catwalk, was he not?
I'm not sure, but I know, no, he wasn't. But okay. I know m0NESY had the kit when he went up with the scout and killed towards top middle. He had the kit in his grasp at that point. It might have been towards Xbox.
Because I was going to say, no one saw Jax in the first round. So if it was the catwalk kill, no one pursued that position until afterwards either. I don't know if they would have seen it at all.
I think the catwalk kill was NiKo with the deagle.
Fair, yep.
Could be mistaken. Who cares? Either way, m0NESY had the kit. He wins the clutch. G2's right back in it after the pistol. Mid control for Vitality, sneaking up towards Catwalk. NiKo is going to be transitioning over towards CT spawn. m0NESY with a scout defending the A-bomb site.
It was actually, you know what? It was the second ZywOo kill, which was the one on Jax, where he awkwardly didn't get the headshot right away. I don't know if he would have seen the kit down below ramp, and you said m0NESY, he came up that way and killed him afterwards. He would have picked it up in that direction, so yeah, either way, they weren't aware of it.
You know, to be frank, Matt, he might have just also straight up bought a kit.
Okay, now you're just ruining all of our theory crafting that we've just done. So I was going off what you said, and now you just confused me. Look, Chad, if we're wrong, it's Jason's fault, okay?
Oh, boy. There's no reason why we can't have some fun. dupreeh out middle, going to put mid to B smokes down. Two of them coming in. Towards the B bomb site we go. Jackson Hunter to defend. They did a good job yesterday. Not so much here. Hunter's going to double up. Needs one more. Vegas sprays him down. 3-on-3 post plant. And G2 is nowhere nearby. It's going to take some time for them to move closer to this site. They don't have a lot of utility either, just the one flashbang. This is, they have a decision to make in this round.
m0NESY working his way up the mid-ramp. He's going to grab the deagle. 3-on-3, right? There's a decision to make, and I don't think the decision is to be heading in toward the site, but with a scout at MP9s, you might as well give it a go. Apex nearly caught them perfectly timed with the nades in their hand, but NiKo responds to catch him out first, and ZywOo elevated back up on top of the box. NiKo's got that kill as well. He's got a kit. It's close. It's very close, but I think he's done. He's done.
Oh,
he did. Oh my God, that was so close. That light went green at literally the last second it possibly could have. That was bitterly close.
Yeah, narrowly escaping a horrifying sequence of events. What a great retake for G2 just to pull it off in the nick of time. Absolutely spectacular. Good shooting for NiKo. Those doubles, that's a swift one. And that's a great sign. G2, you mentioned he was quiet yesterday on Dust2. He was really quiet in the first half on Vertigo, the deciding map against Astralis as well. He's been quiet throughout this whole event as NiKo performances go. They need him. They need him. If you want to make the playoffs, you've got to get NiKo involved.
He was so good up into Katowice at the start of the year. As everyone was saying, you know, he was possibly the #1 player in the world at the time. His ratings were so high. Rifle as well, that made it kind of interesting that he was beating out the AWPs in that position and statistically, and then he's gone. He just fell off the precipice down the other side. We're seeing maybe a chance that he can climb back out of it at this event because G2, they're absolutely a threatening team. And we know NiKo as well in the past. When he starts to fall off, that's where the Kerrigan battles came in. That's where him wanting to take the helm came in. That's where some people would call it ego or trust issues or whatever it was in the team, that it just starts to fall apart for him. And so he needs to really compose himself within this G2 lineup because they have so much potential.
Ooh, good shot.
Killing ways. That is lovely from m0NESY.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's easy to overthrow those without knowing what's going on within the team, but they've obviously talked about as well, regardless of what you think of the individuals, all of them, but from the coach to the in-game leader to the star player, mentioning that it's very obvious to them internally that everyone's on a different page, everyone has a different idea, and they have not been able to successfully pull everyone together into the same game plan. 2-on-5 into a 2-on-4. One alive inside of the pit. Apex wants to deal with him. That's Alexi B brought down to 20 HP, but he's got NiKo here ready to support. So if they want to chase after this, oh boy, NiKo is going to provide some help. And ooh, just missed an opportunity. That's going to keep NiKo at the corner. Wasn't aware that dupreeh was going to swing out wide. Apex, 20 HP. No chance of winning.
Apex hunting at this point in time. But with 10 seconds, he's going to hide. I don't think he's aware.
I don't think anyone's willing to really chase after the kill, especially with G2 the previous round coming into a one-on-one that NiKo wanted that close defuse. Like, there's no money for G2 to really even attempt to hunt this down. Ooh, they lose NiKo. That's okay. They take the gun away. Not the biggest deal in the world.
Alexi B was directly below him, and I think Apex probably would have heard him when he was shuffling back and forth, but didn't want to take that battle at all. And he probably would have expected they weren't going to peek long.
Yep.
Because of that.
I didn't expect him to peek long either. That's cool to see G2 being a little ruthless, though, early on. Picked by Vitality, perhaps seeing some weaknesses in the game of G2 yesterday, as we mentioned previously. Oh, Hunter pushing up mid. Slowly and quietly. Wants to get some mental warfare going up. Nice flashbang, nice double peek. Masuta trying to respond, trying to hold him at bay, but just not having the weaponry needed to stop that double kill from Hunter.
Apex silently working his way down middle. Joins his teammates inside lower tunnels, and they'll go back toward B. 2 inside of the site defensively. It's Jax and Hunter. One of which ready to throw a bit of defensive utility. Nades to do damage, and he'll throw it now because they've got no armor. And already going down. Lovely shot, though, from Magisk. Has to be set over top of the barrel. Hunter will follow it up with the incendiary. They're still behind it, so they won't come in, but he will take Apex cleanly, and the bomb dropped. 49 seconds, round pretty much over. Magisk does have a deagle, but I don't imagine he can find any. Well, he does hit a shot. I can't imagine he finds 4.
Oh, Rao, really going out there on a limb, aren't you there, Matt?
Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it.
Oh, unfortunate Jax didn't
Why don't
have
you just chop that limb off for me?
Jax didn't have any head armor. The P250 just sits him down quick. 4-1. Gun's going to come out from Vitality. ZywOo. Ooh, he's not going to go for an off. He was right on the edge. This is the opening double kill from Hunter. Good spray transfer onto Masuta, who's playing anti-flash. ZywOo had about 5,000 in the bank, so I mean he could have gone for the Oppa. Wouldn't have had armor, wouldn't have had utility, so he's going to stay off it at least for the moment. He was huge with the Oppa on T side yesterday for Vitality. Won't be able to get started just yet. Lower dark, a point of contention. Vegas not aware, and a nice nade is going to allow Hunter for another double. We keep talking about NiKo needing to step up in big games, but I think part of the reason is just because Hunter now, I feel, for me at least, consistently seeing him step up in the big games.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been the Kovacs cousin that's arguably been more consistent to the team as of late. Remember when he came out of the scene after NiKo, obviously. He's a little bit older, if I'm not mistaken, and you know, it seemed like a cool storyline. Oh yeah, he's NiKo's cousin, haha, that was the meme, but he's really come into his own. He's really made a name for himself.
Yeah, we all stopped laughing at that joke real quick.
Yeah, 100%. As soon as they were on the team together, too, it almost seemed like, okay, well, NiKo no longer cares. He just wants to play with his cousin. Turns out there was a reason. He's pretty darn good.
Yeah, he's hella good. Monacy at the angle. Ooh, missed a little bit of a shot. A couple players coming in. Smoke is going to give him cover to get out. They're spamming through it. He just wants one. He wants at least one. 11 HP. Alexi's going to provide some covering. Apex comes through, but he does so at the cost of his own life. It's ZywOo left in a 1 versus 3, jumping through the smoke towards Car. Oh, that's a disgusting tap. Nice transfer onto NiKo. ZywOo with the chance, and with 10 HP, he'll swap out to the op.
The op for the 1 shot. Bomb planted, Jack sneaking out. ZywOo, oh my god, he was so close, but doesn't hit it, goes for it again. And somehow that doesn't land either. Jax gets the kill. ZywOo and Monacy both missing shots, but what a round to go back and forth, and it's G2 now 5-1. And just to give a small update for a rather important game in terms of, I guess, the settlement of who's close to FaZe, whatever you want to call it. Not an elimination, it's just for the semifinal, but FaZe was up 7-1 last I checked.
Nice. Ents with that stand-in as well was one of the teams that we kind of would have picked to be one of the main contenders against FaZe, but without Spinks, throws some question marks. Snack stepping in though. 5-1 for G2. Good clutch from Jax. I imagine your butt cheeks got to clench when it's a 3-on-1, turned that quickly into a 1-on-1 against ZywOo.
Crushed coal into a diamond.
Yeah, exactly.
Just winking.
Deep nade onto Masuta, down to 51 HP. Molotov as well to deny access to Xbox for the moment.
Oh, wow.
My dear lord, the utility usage is spectacular.
That's insane. He's like he knows they're up by the arch. Throws it right inside perfectly. Now they know there's going to be a cross. Jax flushes Magisk. They're just getting picked apart by nades.
Okay. I like this. I like some of the swagger we're seeing out of G2 at the moment. NiKo's going to tuck himself close with no mid to B smoke. He has no desire to take this fight just yet. Flashbang from Hunter could activate him. There it is. There's the peak. Low HP. NiKo's got a double. Nice and easy provided by his cousin. Vitality getting decimated. I don't know how that missed.
This is the second time we've seen him miss from that car position. Last time it was almost confusion between targets as there was 3 in front of this gun.
I think he was moving this one.
A little bit because it looked pretty close to on. As Hunter will take down Apex, it will be G2 though. They go 6-1 up now against Vitality.
Yeah, but these early rounds for G2 have been spectacular. I mean, certainly if you divide the round into like 3 parts, the early rounds have firmly been in the control of G2. We've seen some of those doubles from Hunter and Lower Dark, this time off Catwalk. It's Hunter using nades to funnel them into a perfect point to do the nade damage. The deep nade, the Molotov at Xbox to keep them at the lip of the lower dark tunnel, and a follow-up nade that does massive damage. So G2 is just on point at the moment.
Yeah, looking pretty solid.
Timeout taken from Vitality. You can see Apex in the...
So you get a good nade in tunnels that was well placed. You get a nice Molotov in upper tunnels that pushes a player out of the corner and Jax gets the kill. You get a nice flashbang to activate NiKo. That was pretty much a perfect utility round.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was wonderful. And you know, this is kind of one of the things that's made me feel relatively hopeful about G2, despite the fact that we haven't seen enough out of them. Was coming into the major, they'd given so many interviews where they were like, yeah, we're starting to really figure it out. We're feeling really confident, and you know, we had great practice, great boot camp coming into the major. They were feeling really, really good, and it just didn't translate. But man, if they can find a way to get it together, a team like this G2 roster without this skill, and we've already seen them able to challenge FaZe back at Katowice as well, and what it was a close 3-map best-of-5 series. You know, sometimes all it takes is a little bit more confidence that gets infused to them. Like one really nice win. One important win to get you into the playoffs like this one can all of a sudden breathe new life into this G2 roster.
Yeah, it also settles some of the differences between players. Sometimes if you're bickering and arguing,
yeah, winning solves everything.
Exactly. Suddenly, you know, everything's great. You're all friends again, and things become fun and therefore easy. Easy damage done again by Nade, ZywOo, Dupree, Masuta, all tagged up by stones that are thrown early on. Notice he's still not able to hit those shots from long. Further nade damage though, but bomb planted. Everyone's tagged up. Magisk even at 98 is included in that, but he still sits pretty healthily there. We're going to try and use strength in numbers. Play a little game of Red Rover, but they're coming on over right now from G2 as they just want to steamroll. Apex stuck in the corner, even tries to pre-fire, and he knows they've got to be pushing him sooner or later.
Yeah, he's just hoping someone's close up to catch a stray. Not to be. Nicely done. Tell you what, though, I mean, in the absence of m0NESY in the early going of this game, NiKo's quite nice. 8-4 for him, 10-4 for Hunter. On the other side of things, it's ZywOo with 10 kills. Next up is Apex with 5. Dupree's all the way down with a goose egg, 0 kills.
0, 1, and 7. Yeah, Dupree just hasn't seemed himself as of late. Apex down middle. NiKo ready with the nade, but Apex could potentially get a headshot position. Oh, timing of that jump. On to him. He knows he was there because he saw the nade go by. Jax with a passive-aggressive hold at tunnels already halfway in as well.
Ooh, Apex got no idea once close mid. Again, this time fooled. NiKo and Hunter working really well together. Apex wanted to deal with the utility chucker on Catwalk, and instead he gets pulled into a trap.
Lexi B wants to go to the smoke. Does he go into it? He's got m0NESY staring at, flashing him in.
This will give away the play, though.
Ooh, and yeah.
So does that.
Yeah. Hey, can you flash me? No, not literally flash me.
We'll give him
not
a break.
Hit me with it.
All the other utilities been fantastic for G2, so we'll give him one.
I mean, he seems a bit off right now. He's missing shots. He throws the nade slightly lower than it should be. It hits his teammate. It's all right every now and then. I guess we can excuse him for how good he has been. Masuta's excellent coming out middle, though, because despite that early kill, they have given away the play it long. They know they have a chance to capitalize on B, and they've done exactly that. Bomb to go down. And finally, with ZywOo putting it in place, Vitality has a chance for a second round in this game.
That's a stunning mid-take from Vitality. Beautiful shot onto Hunter. Jax, even if he gets 2 kills, he's likely going down. The round's still going to be in the favor of Vitality outside of that. So nice job from Vitality. 4v5 converted for the attacking side here on Dust2, and Vitality needed it. They needed to get a second round on the board. I think Dupree's got his first kill as well. Welcome to the game, Dupree.
Shot back, Jack's down. It's pretty solid. Yep, that's exactly what Dupree needed. Busts through middle and single kill, but it's significant. So 7-2.
Zonic with his clapping and cheering, trying to breathe some life into the guys. Haven't had a whole lot to celebrate about or get hyped up about. Not quite yet, at least. Round number 10. Plenty of money for G2 to rebuy into this and recover. Up in the hands of m0NESY, up in the hands of ZywOo as well. Jax with the AUG. See what kind of an angle he takes at the B bomb site. They're going to cross over. ZywOo's going to have a crack cross and can't find the timing. See the difference in Apex's route these past 2 rounds after just being barraged with utility earlier. They did not want to start having 2 players taking the route through upper dark to lower dark. Instead, Apex is going towards middle just to make sure they don't both get locked into some awkward position. At least spread out the players so they're not both taking massive amounts of utility damage.
ZywOo staring through that middle door. Flashed off, though. He's been spotted. Hunter can see the backside of his head. Does damage to him, not a headshot. And if it was, it might have been... I didn't hear a ding from it, but it could have been through the edge of the wall from that range. Either way, it's Apex that goes down, despite that damage accumulating on the other 2. They've lost Apex as well. This is starting to be a bit more dire. NiKo flashed it again. That's the Hunter play, but Hunter's closer this time, and he's able to trade off it instead, so they still wipe the floor. And Magisk comes into B, waiting for a pinch play that isn't going to get through alive, and he's taken out by Jax.
Hunter and NiKo are just playing so very well together in the middle of the map, and the fact that they're being so dangerous there, like that's an obvious huge point of the map for Vitality to control. And they're trying to build a lot of strategies off that mid control. NiKo and Hunter are just able to shut them down in a variety of different ways. Previously it was a pop flash peek, this time it's a pop flash double peek. We've seen the nades in towards lower dark. Just really well done from G2's defense. Game plan is working perfectly. They're going to force a second timeout out of Vitality, and Zonic's going to get involved in the conversation. I saw him say, "Let's go, boys."
That's all I need to be told. If Zonic told me that, whew, you got it, Dad. Anything you say, Daddy.
Just had to go there. Had to take it the whole way.
It's kind of what I do, yeah. It's kind of my thing.
I don't know if you've watched me.
I mean, I say I go 50% Jason, but it seems I go the whole way.
For sure. Nice shot onto Jax. He's tagged on the cross. m0NESY wants to come back and get a little bit of revenge for the damage done to his boy. Jax is going to push up behind the Molotov, but he's in for a world of hurt if he continues. He's in for a world of hurt if he just stays here. Low HP, but ZywOo's on the other side of it. This is definitely coming in his direction.
Look at him, 30 HP. Oh, look, there's a whole team. No! There's a whole team that lines up. Jax stands his ground, 10 HP for all of them, for each of them, before finally getting taken down, and it's all on ZywOo.
That's so unreasonable. 30 health, just a perfect peek into it. Absolutely magnificent from Jax. Nothing can go right for Vitality. That's the kind of lineup you dream of.
ZywOo taken out by m0NESY. That is perfect. G2 Esports 9-2 in the lead right now over Vitality.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Nice off angle from Jax. He just did that as well like 2 or 3 rounds ago. I don't think they ever expected it to be twice. Well, G2 came to play today, Matt. You got to be happy about that one.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we talked about in the pregame. I think the individual prowess right now of G2 Esports, if they can all fire like this, if they are all on the same page, is so high.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can also see what NiKo's being impactful. It takes this team to a whole new level. ZywOo going to push towards the corner smoke. Magisk there with him in support. NiKo at the car. Going to drop a magazine into the smoke and back away. No real A defender. G2, I mean, still the emphasis on the defensive side towards mid. This is a little mid-round push. How far do they want to go with it is the question. This is so bold. So because they haven't seen anything cross the map and Jax hasn't heard anything in upper dark or towards the B bomb site, they're assuming that Vitality has long control, which is correct, and they're assuming the main thrust of the attack is going to be marching up long at some point soon.
NiKo's still seeking for information. Right now in middle, he will spot dupreeh down below. Nade on top of some damage from the bullets, but dupreeh smartly gets back up spiral and gets away. Extinguishing the Molotov, though. He wants more of this. He's not done. He's not going to rest on this at all. The problem is the smoke to his left. He may not see where they've gone. It's clear close, backs off, sees dupreeh, goes back and gets it, and now he's aware. What a read. Takes out Masuda as well. Hunter gets Apex. Magisk the only kill so far for Vitality in this sequence, and ZywOo's even tagged to 18. So it should all be done as Alexi B above the smoke is in a perfect position to take down both. And G2 Esports continue to wreck Vitality harder than Amber Heard.
Topical. 10-2. I don't even know where to take that one.
I'll let you pick it up. Take your time.
Whole new meaning from crapping the bed, huh?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, this is brutal. That's it's so nice to see NiKo playing like that, because yesterday when we saw him, like when we've seen some of the lifeless games out of NiKo, it just seemed like he hasn't been confident in the flow of his own game, like lost something. So to see him just say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to be aggressive, I'm going to take this fight, I want to find this fight where this smoke is up. Awesome to see him to have that kind of success with it as well. Unless you're a Vitality fan, in which case it kind of sucks.
Smoke to go over. Meanwhile, Alexi B once again gets him behind the doors at long, but he's going to get tagged up. He's done damage on a Magisk, but he himself comes out a bit weaker off for his efforts.
NiKo chilling. Freebie. Now gonna sink away. It's funny how dominant G2's been in middle, and yet really the only gun round that Vitality has gotten was out of middle with a split towards the B bomb site. A couple of nice shots there. Remember, Vitality in this half won the pistol. They've got 2 rounds after winning the pistol in the entire half. This has been just such utter domination from G2. And if you want to talk about it in the context, I mean, look, this is still early on in the series, so don't have to get too far ahead of ourselves or commit to this quite yet. But, you know, the story of this event seems to be who the hell can possibly step up and challenge FaZe.
Yes.
A G2 that starts to play this good and get some win in their sails, you have to imagine that's the only team in the event really that's able to do it. Them and perhaps Cloud9.
And it is a bit unfortunate that we are looking at the scene right now and asking that question, because I do think the conflict right now in the CIS region certainly is a big part of that. Obviously, Na'Vi was in an incredible situation. They never really played to that level again since Katowice. Close, but not quite. And obviously now they've been forced to make changes. I get that. I get that those circumstances exist, and I do think it robs us of something in Counter-Strike, but obviously Counter-Strike's a very secondary issue to that. The point is, someone else still needs to step up, because these teams were created to go after Na'Vi, and they're not even as close as FaZe, and they're not even near FaZe. So you're right, there still is a question mark as to what the heck these rosters that have been created for that purpose are doing.
I think we got that's dangerous. That's awkward. Apex looking for Hunter, and NiKo's able to slide out. Those two working in tandem all game long. Yeah, I think in the context of like the scene overall, I think we have teams that we can pick out as contenders. ENCE comes to mind. G2 obviously, if they can keep this consistency. Cloud9's probably able to do it here and there. Maybe the new Na'Vi when we see what roster. But at this event specifically, where some of those contenders we think of, G2's been underperforming. ENCE has a stand-in. That kind of status of being able to challenge FaZe for this specific trophy just isn't there at the moment. It would be great if we got this G2 game in, game out, and see what that could do. ZywOo is going to try and recover a 2-on-4. He's got the op train towards long, but he won't see them close up. And they are lined up for a double if he swings out wide. He sees the head. Didn't see Hunter close up with low HP. Going to come back for more, and the nade takes him out immediately. And there goes the second. Good clutch from Modesty. Nade op combo. 11-2, now 12-2.
Yeah, pretty one-sided scoreline here. Now, is that the case in our secondary match, B Stream, the match that will determine who goes through to the semifinal? It's FaZe versus ENCE, and they're at halftime. It's 11-4 for FaZe, just to give you an update. I tried to buy you some time, just in case you wanted to mute for that one.
Well, I did not expect this. I did not expect the 12-2 beatdown. I don't know what I expected. It wasn't G2.
It was not this. No, it was not this. I mean, especially not on Dust2.
After yesterday, yeah. Well, they did. Funny enough, they did pick it yesterday, I remember, as well. So Vitality had to have seen something in that game that they could exploit.
But not even looking at the G2 aspect of that and the fact that they lost, but also also that Vitality has some very experienced Dust2 players on, has some success on it as well. Alexi B, Jax, they're just closing down the map. Where are they supposed to go at this point?
Alexi rushed long. This is at 1 minute and 25 seconds that he's taking shots at players that are deep down mid. Like, there's at this point, you're up this much. Why not take the risk? Even if you lose the round, you have such a massive lead, it doesn't even matter.
Dust2, and I would argue Inferno, are the two maps that when you can't get opening picks just feel so small and so claustrophobic because you just can't penetrate the mid wall in Dust. And Inferno, obviously, mid, you're getting picked off. Both these maps, when things are going poorly on the T side, it's just a disaster, and it's not even fun. You just feel like you can't do anything, and that's exactly what Vitality's feeling right now against G2.
Yeah, everything they've tried to do, they've ran into the cousins. This round, it's Alexi just busting out. I mean, look at the scoreboard for the G2 side of things. Hunter's at 17. Everyone else is anywhere from, what, 11 to 13 kills. It's a very close affair. Very good team effort out of G2. That is incredible. 13 to 2.5 in which they lost the pistol. Looks like G2 is going to be able to stroll to an easy win on Dust2. We'll find out after the break. Stay tuned.
Hey Future Pros! Back on Nuke this time with a nifty smoke from Frozen that will give you a cheeky one-way for outside. To throw this smoke, get into the corner next to this door at main. Aim along this line in the middle between this dot and this vertical line while crouched. Then simply stand up and jump out the smoke. It takes a little while for the smoke to land, so don't expect it to be there before an outside rush could come in. But it's good to stall out the T's and gain some extra control. If anyone is foolish enough to walk by, they are easy pickings. There is another way to throw the smoke, maybe a lesson for another time.
In a helpful hand, broken bones in a bloodstained flag, open road and nomadic plans.
Well, we get going again, and hopefully Vitality can get going for the first time in this match. They've got 2 rounds, despite seeing a ZywOo fist bump there. I think that's more the emotion that this map so far has been for them. a little bit stressful and on the back foot the entire time against G2.
A lot of it stressful for G2. I mean, I think they haven't even had any complications. They just seem, you know, for all the conversation about them not being on the same page for whatever reason, it's all come together perfectly in that first half for all of them to play just I mean, so very few mistakes as a team from them. Mid push from Vitality, they haven't spotted a whole lot. Apex is going to stick around at top mid barrels. He's got a player at Xbox and a teammate at Catwalk as well. But he's very much on his own here. NiKo's going to turn the corner. Missed shot from Apex. He backs away. G2's happy to let him fall back as well.
Dupree still at the mid box, push through the doors. Apex is going to go beyond that even and try and take up top middle. Spotted. Needs to know now. Redress. Never mind. NiKo's got him clean on. I was going to say if there's anyone's wrapping back through that suicide position, but it is going to be at long. They have rotated out of B off of this, but there's no need to yet. Trying to shrink the map. Yeah, now they realize there's no commitment at A. There's no further action, so back to B.
That's the tough part, too, is Apex only spotted, what, 2? Even on the first peek, he only spotted 2 players. This time around, it was just the double peek from Alexi and NiKo, so they don't really even have the information they would like to. Here's utility out towards long, going to be set up. That will definitely pull the rotations over. Split, 3 on Catwalk, 2 on long. Molotov going to likely head towards car. Excuse me, that's towards Catwalk. Dupree pops up. He's got the first. Plenty more. Ooh, they're going back to B. What is this? This is a wild strat.
I mean, they have the option. The problem is now they're putting pressure on themselves with time after that kill against them. Because they also, as we said, like you mentioned, didn't have the information. Side Hunter still manages to get the kill. Just gets one. And they're not done there because ZywOo can cut off the bomb. He can get inside the window. He's done that. Vitality have won the round because NiKo's too far removed. And you're right, that was a late call at that point to go to B.
That's a very fancy pistol round. There's a lot of ways for that round to go wrong. We've obviously seen one of them here in this situation, but not using that utility to get into the A bomb site. They're hoping that's going to pull more rotations out of the B site, so on the entrance in, things would be a little bit easier. Great shots from ZywOo. First, the jumping player with the bomb. This one right here, and this one is spectacular. First shot onto Hunter. So, both pistol rounds for Vitality. 66% of their rounds on the board are pistol rounds. How's that for a stat? You like that? How you like them apples?
Yeah, I don't mind apples. Because I got a number. How do you like them apples?
Nice. That's a great Boston accent.
Yeah. Is it? Not bad, eh? Thanks, man. I actually watched Good Will Hunting on the flight here for, I don't know, I've seen it a few times.
It's got one
of those movies that's worth watching again and every now and then.
It's got strong rewatchability, doesn't it?
I never realized that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck actually wrote it.
Yeah, they won an Oscar for that script.
Yeah.
Original screenplay.
Apex holding on. Catwalk has the MP9. It's Hunter down below with the Tech 9. Dupree is on the other side of the doorway, but Hunter's already started this off very well. You've talked about it, the run and gun potential of that Tech 9.
Certain players just seem to be loving it right now. Snappy comes to mind. Hunter, obviously a nice kill here. So 2 players deep on mid. Hunter's the only one really being all that aggressive. He's picked up the SMG, but probably not going to want to use it over the Tech 9 in a whole lot of scenarios until they make it into the bomb site as well. The rest of G2 just slowly creeping up quietly, which means Vitality cannot get an advantage defense anywhere they go in terms of numbers. They have the advantage in terms of the weaponry, but ZywOo's very much on his own here in Goose.
Flashing, spotting him on the edge of the smoke. ZywOo sprays them all down. Clean, concise. He hits them thrice. It's now going to be a 4th round for Vitality.
Yeah, doesn't even need to see him. You know they're going to be behind that little one-way that everyone's been throwing out for some time now. So, I mean, just gets the first kill as he tries to duck behind the smoke and just is able to spray educated guess into the next part of the smoke and find some easy kills. Good triple kill from ZywOo. But element of danger in the round. 13-4, Vitality 9 rounds back.
Yep, yeah, I would try and get out of there as fast as possible.
Worst game of hot potato ever.
Would you ever play hot potato with a grenade?
No.
I would, because I would just have an extra pin in my pocket and I would win that way.
I think that's called cheating.
Yeah, well, I don't want to die, so I call it smart.
All right, we'll allow it. That's fair. ZywOo up on Catwalk. Another chance for some Some easy eco kills. He's got the first. Masood is here. They're going to stand their ground. They're going to push forward. Nice job. No issues in this round. 13-5. G2 still with a commanding lead. However, Vitality in this entire game so far has still only won a single gun round.
That's pretty shocking, but hey. Let's give them a chance here. They'll call another timeout. Tactical, and Zonica can once again get involved.
I like this. I actually like this timeout, even though you've kind of won 3 straight. Like this, the game, like you lose the game if you lose this round. So, I mean, just the importance of it, if you're ever going to get a comeback going, you might as well make sure everyone's on the same page, everyone's calmed down, everyone gets to go over the plan, the tactics one more time, and any more details that you want to flesh out. And then you got one more to use down the stretch that's probably just going to be held in case, you know, you actually are making that comeback and you want to get a chat with them once more time. One more time. Once more time.
One more time.
Ah, I can't believe they broke up.
Yeah, it's tough, right? I would like to see them one more time. I've never seen them at all, so actually just once.
Yeah. I wanted to see them make the soundtrack for Tron 2.
Everything's got a price. Maybe it can be done, Jason.
Maybe.
ZywOo's going to get aggressive AWP on Catwalk. He's still holding his position and his nerve right now with the AWP. Out toward the long cave.
That's quick. Man, Monacy's hit some shots this game that haven't connected with the kills, but have done massive damage. He seems to be just clipping everyone through a corner of a wall. Just barely off the lethal mark. Boost up. ZywOo's got to be careful. Just gives away the angle. G2 being very patient on this T side. Minute and 5 seconds on the clock. Deep catwalk nade. Deep catwalk Molotov. G2 have control.
Jax sees the nade come over, knows the exact angle. They all would have heard that. Flash to corner as well, but they're sneaking out through mid doors, so that 3-2 split has mid completely open. Opshot can't land through CT either. Apex is in trouble. He's down below, trying to hold position. A bit of smoke, though. That's all it takes from the tunnels, or rather, inside of the site so far to hold off middle. They have not come in from tunnels. Dupree's still behind the smoke. He's going to have problems. If he could have doubled up on that position, they had a real chance on it. Still, though, this is slightly winnable. Hunter is going to go hunting. He's going to get aggressive, but he may have, I thought he was hurt. I thought at that point in time, they would have slowed it up, but he catches out Masood, the low HP player, and he has time to retreat back to the site, and that alone will buy time and space because ZywOo has to clear it. He has to get aggressive with this AWP, but as he looks toward the site and not see his backside, he's going to know he's near that box. He's going to know that he's up close, and Magiska's already looking that direction based on that call, and now he gets on top of Alexi B, who might get them both, but Magisk gets the shot back instead, and Vitality will find 6.
Oh, no kit as well. Magisk, if that one of one had been extended, that might have been really dangerous. Alexi just commits to the peak right after it. Nice job from Magisk to kill Hunter jumping up on top of the boxes. That was the all-important kill, and Alexi almost with a 1v2. 13-6. Vitality still alive, just barely. Timely flank from Masood to shut down any presence in middle. He was the one tagged early on as well, down to red HP, like 10 health when he gets that double kill. Nice attempts. G2's going to be okay with bringing it down to just one player. However, Vitality survives. Scout on Monacy, 4 AK-47s. Comeback still a very real possibility that G2's got to be conscious of. Alexi B can't land the shot blind, and Smoke won't let the trades come in. There's Alexi finally chiming in, pre-firing as the swing, and Apex is going to make his way over towards pit. No smoke to put that on. Alexi's got to run. Alexi's got to fight for his life, and he's going to lose the battle.
NiKo, though, sliding out in middle. He's just walked into it. He's just walked back exposed, and now they're falling shy again. G2 yesterday, they came up short. We talked about it on this map. They struggled in the second half. They're going to do the same now. They've got to get rolling. They've got a lot of space to do so still. It is 13, potentially 7 if this round is converted, but Monacy has other ideas. He's a little bit late to get to the window. Magisk wants to go back for that, though. That's desperate. Even though it's a scout, we know Monacy can be deadly, but they are pursuing behind. Magisk with the shot on Jax is clean and quick, and Honesty now is going to run out of map because Apex coming through the doors, didn't quite see him get up on the scaffolding. Still wants to try and get this shot, but he's slowly going to work up, and they know he has to be in that corner, so Apex pre-nades and pre-fires.
Nicely done. Might want to take a timeout of your G2 at some point coming up here. This next round should probably be a half buy from them. Everyone's a couple players at 4,000, but mostly around the mid 3,000 marks. Not enough for a full buy with utility, so might as well drop down to some Deagle and armor, Tech 9 and armor, have some kind of a gimmick plan here. I think next gun round, or at least now, maybe even G2, talk things over. You still got 4 timeouts remaining. That's exactly what happens. I call it now. They'll have a conversation. No reason to let Vitality back into this game. We've seen G2 break down in some really painful comeback losses. Katowice Grand Finals come to mind on Inferno. This would be a horrible time for one, especially when you have a 13-2 scoreline at half. That's a near impossible scoreline to lose.
Isn't that Zonic's Law?
11-4.
11-4. I thought it was 13-2 for some reason.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody has a rule about 13-2.
No, usually I was going to say like 12-3 is more common than that.
You don't come back from 13-2s too often. 11-4, yeah, sure. We'll give it to Danny.
Danny Montana? Yeah. Frode?
Fraud?
Fraud? Frode?
Rude?
So catwalk it is for the Pistols this time of G2. They get a run boost around the corner. Jax doesn't spot anyone with the Deagle this time. Double nades. Honestly looks into it, only goes down to 61. LXB trying to jump up, sees a Molotov, and backs off of it before it can do any damage, but it will take any potential speed and pace of the attack on catwalk away. There's the drop down Alexi was looking for because they want those mid doors. Dupree's going to slide back down, but they suddenly realize, hang on, he's still got a smoke in front of them. They don't have vision. Let's go back. If he's out catwalk that far, and they're trying to open up the map in doing so, but they run into ZywOo and they run into Dupree, who takes back his seat. Oh, lovely shot from NiKo. Still no guns available to them. It's a bit further around the corner. They've got to get onto the platform itself, and that means dealing with Masuda, but Hunter avenges NiKo with an equally good headshot, and Dupree trying to get there. Bomb tapped, but not planted, not held.
No
Hunter's
way.
got another. He's got a chance to go for this as well, and here we go, because it's all on Magisk, and the flank is in. Jax is in behind, and he lines up the headshot perfectly. Vitality find 14.
Oh, the Deagles. Hunter with 2. The shot from NiKo onto ZywOo activates everything. That is fantastic. We've seen some missed opportunities of Deagle from NiKo with the Deagle in this event even. This one is special. And Hunter does him one better. 2 kills as Dupree comes sliding up the ramp. I don't think Dupree realized he'd been caught out. There it is, out of the timeout, out of the half by G2's got a new lease on life. No issues, and Monacy's got the opening pick on his ZywOo as well.
Magisk will grab the AWP back at least. Trying to anticipate flashes going against him. Looks away, smoke's still down. Wants to see if he can get a repeat toward Monacy. He's jumped across. He's actually heading toward B at this point with Bomb, and the tunnels are being held right now as well by Hunter. Apex not going to be able to hold that catwalk position. Good flash. Magisk not the standard opper, not the normal AWP player, and that position gets caught out with rather simple utility. Now they've got me to work with, and they're pouring in from the tunnels as well. Hunter gets the shot at Dupree. NiKo holds off the rotation at middle, and he's going to go better than that because Masuda's heading his direction. Headshot angle, no, but NiKo's tapping away. He'll find that just as easily.
Alexi happy to go down there considering the fact that he's just fighting that battle up to the B bomb site. It's great if he wins it, but he's fighting it to keep that defender occupied, attention towards middle while the rest of his teammates stream out those B tunnels, that upper dark tunnel. Perfect execution in that round from G2. Obviously, the pick from Monacy on ZywOo is nice, but the pop flash in towards middle to get Alexi activated onto Magisk is huge. And look at Vitality's fighting with in this round. What could potentially be the final round of the first map. Final round of Vitality's map pick. 5-7s and Deagles, a scout on Apex. Up against AKs and op, and an overwhelming amount of money in the G2 coffers.
From Jax. Can't get anything behind the box. Unwilling to peek again is Magisk. NiKo still holding out in middle with the AK. No need to rush the play this much. Likes to be taking his time to go back toward long because they didn't put any pressure there, so there's a chance someone's gotten aggressive, but they haven't been unorthodox with the pistols as of yet.
No, just a stack of that B bomb site for the moment, and G2 can still fall back there. We've seen them do it a number of times. It's kind of a favorite tactic of theirs, that showing that you're taking catwalk with the utility and the nades and kind of find a timing to hit into the upper bomb site. They did it against Ents. They did it yesterday against Astralis as well. This time, though, they're actually going to roll with the catwalk take. Just one player to deal with. NiKo's got him. Good entrance provided. Tagged up, forcing Apex back towards the corner. There is a player coming long a little bit late. That's going to be a one battle for Jax. It's all over.
This one's done.
Yeah, it is.
All over Red Rover, Dupree in a 1v5.
Done like a 12-hour brisket.
Smoked and everything. How long do you think that one was cooked for that we had for lunch?
Not 12 hours.
Yeah, I don't think so. It was still good, though.
It was still good.
You know?
Honey habanero barbecue sauce. You can't complain.
You gonna cook for me sometime, Jason?
Yeah, man.
Cool. I can't cook at all, so that's very
That doesn't surprise me in any way.
Yeah, no, I don't seem like the type, do I?
Is going to go down last. What a win. What a statement from G2 to start out this series. 13-2 at half. They lost both pistol rounds. What a dominant performance. Everyone chiming in. Everyone had their rounds. Hunter leads the way for G2, though, and Vitality is going to have to recover. They've lost their map pick in an elimination series. Taking a break. We'll be right back.